morning. It's Monday. I'm biking from the gym. Today I worked on lower body and I got to get back on my Zoom when it comes to vlogging. So now I'm back vlogging and I think I want to vlog the experience that I'm having reading In Amber and the Ashes by Sabai Tahir. And yeah, I'm gonna look that up if I spelled that wrong. And yeah, so I just started it last night, and from where I'm at, so far it's pretty good. It's giving Hunger Games mixed with Five Broken Blades type situation. It seems, so far I have been introduced to two perspectives, one of Elias and the other of Layla. I hope I'm saying it right. I owned it on Kindle and I am reading it because I'm a part of a book club that is reading this book, and I'm a little behind because I just finished One Blood by Denise Milner, and yeah, that took everything out of me. So I'm reading this. I'm probably about 10% in the story and I'm enjoying it. We are following Layla, like I said, and Elias. Layla is part, let me turn my watch off. Yeah, so Layla is part of people who have been oppressed. Some war had happened, and then there is an army group called Marshals who were hunting them down for a forbidden artifact that her brother has. Layla is also an orphan, which is my setup. Love me an orphan story. So they were tracking her brother down because her brother had a forbidden artifact. And long story short, they unalived her grandparents. And now she's on the run and she's about to try to find the people that her brother got the artifact from. On Elias's side, he is in the military, but he secretly hates the people of the military. So that's where we are. All right, so this week I gotta work. I'm also going to be dropping son off at college, so hopefully I can bring y'all along with that. Today I'm gonna try to steal like little instances of joy throughout my day, so throughout my week. So tonight I hopefully am going to go to line dancing. My glasses are fogging up, sorry. Hopefully I'm going to go to line dancing, and hopefully I can take y'all with me, and then I will check in the next time. Target has been ransacked. Trip number 2. Lord. Good morning. So it is Sunday morning and I got the son all off to school, and so now today is going to be a day of rest. I am going to try to rest a bit, but I do want to clean my room, tidy up my bathroom, and mop the floor. So I am going to be doing that. I decided to take a break from Ember because it's just kind of boring. So I'm at like 50% off. So I decided that I want to read a short book having like 250 or less pages for today, so that I can have something for my run, which I'm going to do in this evening, and my little light cleaning jobs. So I'm just going to start out looking at my Kindle list and start reading the first chapter of a few books. I first started Thicker Than Water, and that is by Michael Edwin Q. This was about a slave girl whose aunt, who was her
sole provider, just recently died. She is an orphan, and at some point she is going to find out how her actual parents died. I read the first chapter of it a few minutes ago, and it so far was okay, but I could tell by the writing that the author was not Black. So I went ahead and I Googled him, and I saw he is a very white man, and that don't sit with me. Reading slave books by non-Black people, like, no. So I turned that one back in. That one was in Kindle Unlimited. I had noticed like it had got like really good ratings on Goodreads and stuff like that, but white men typically do, so I won't be participating in that story. So right now I just finished the first chapter of The Tinker and the Witch. This is a cozy fantasy character tale, and in the first chapter we have already had like a spirit pee on a witch. We have had globs of spit, and I don't know if I like that type of stuff. So this one is 298 pages, and there is an audiobook to go with it. So I think I'm gonna stay with it because I originally did want a nice cozy story, so that I can just start off my week with something light and cozy, even though it isn't light and cozy. So I'm not sure what this one is about. I just know that we have a witch who is about to tinker up some type of spell. So I briefly skimmed the overview. There is another book on my list that I am interested in, and it was a Cinderella retelling, and it's called The Ugly Sister. I'm kind of interested in that one, but it is over the 250 pages. But yeah, so that's how my mood reading is going to go. The next time I'm going to check in is to close this vlog at the end of the day, and I'll try to take you on with me as I do the things that I do. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and I just finished The Tinker and the Witch by G.J. Daly, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4-star read, so it is available on Kindle Unlimited. And I went ahead and I spent an Audible credit on it because surprisingly I had 2 credits in my bank. So my next credit I'll probably spend on The Ugly Stepsister, which is another indie story, because now I'm back in my fairy tale bag. So I'm so delighted to have finished it. It was my second book of the month. And to be honest, I really struggled after reading One Blood with reading. It put me in a reading slump really bad, and I was actually slumping while I was reading it, which is wild. Actually slumping after reading it, and during reading it. So anyway, let me talk to you about what The Tinker and the Witch about. It is about a young man. He is 17 or 21, I can't remember, years old, and he's a tinker, and he lives in a magical world where there is magical elks and all different types of magical beings. So he is raised by this older gentleman named Nathaniel, and he don't know how they came to be. Nathaniel says that he found him in his wagon and he was crying, and he just raised him. So long story short, he raised them up, and they live in like a marsh type situation where their home is in a forest, but it is just getting buried under the water. So one day, our main character Andrew and his horse Brinley go out to town to try to get some food and to like barter and things like that. Hope you can hear me because my headphones just died. So in that, something happens to him and Brinley, and a witch saves his life, and she soon forget, but he ends up staying in town with the witch. Long story short, to not give it away,
he ends up meeting a love interest and trying to solve a problem, and him and his horse Brinley go on a magical quest to find a magical artifact to cure a problem. But in that happening, there is a found family trope, lots of magic, lots of coziness, a love interest burst, a love interest happens, and yeah, it's just a really good story. So if you like Stephen King's fairy tale, you would absolutely love this. It has a lot of the same elements, including a magical quest, an animal that we just love and we fall in love with. There's two animals, but Brinley, the horse, we love Brinley. And different people we meet on the quest. And yeah, so it gave me those vibes, only cozier and sweeter and more wholesome. Sometimes I felt like I was, like when it talked about the good acts and stuff like that, I felt like I was reading the Bible, because it kind of read when he did good acts and they were noticed by other characters in the story, it read like a Bible verse. Like, so you did a wonderful thing because you knew it, that dear son, that kind of thing. So long story short, I love this story. It was a great way to end this reading vlog. Next, I think I'm going to finish Yours Truly. Hopefully I'll get that done by the end of August. And then I want to pick up The Ugly Stepsister. I'll probably tandem, read both of those and we'll go for there. I have totally scratched my August TBR. I've only read one book on my August TBR and I'm starting to see why I didn't read them. So I hope y'all enjoyed the rest of your day and I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Bye.